We're watching NRA conference. Okay? Channel 5 News, Andrew Callaghan, sorry. Let's do it.
See, with our ARs, we're citizens. Without them, we'll be slaves.
All right, well, we got to start over.
See, with our ARs, we're citizens.
Yeah.
Without them, we'll be slaves. They're not assault weapons. They're sporting weapons. It's necessary to protect my family from tyrannical government.
Why do you think there are so many mass shootings?
Because that's what's on the agenda for the left.
Listen, man, Jesus Christ, come on. I hate that conspiracy stuff. It's like so far. Listen, I personally, I'm for gun rights. I just think they need to be more restricted. Okay, I think that we do need to raise the age of 21. I think we need like a gun license, just like a driver's license. I think that like there needs to be some kind of a regulation. I don't know the specifics, but like the next step is like, somebody walked into a school and they shot a bunch of kids to the point where they're unidentifiable. Like that's how large the caliber is. I don't know which, like, and it's just like nothing. I haven't even seen conservatives propose, like, listen, I haven't even seen conservatives say, like, you know what? We're going to propose a security guard.
Darkwolf 5096 just resubscribed for 2 months. Papa, why are you so good at balloons?
That's all I play. But it's not even, I haven't even seen a reasonable proposition of, like, yeah, armed security guards at every school. Nobody's actually done that. They say that, but they don't actually, like, implement that. You know? And it's like, come on. There's got to be something that we have to do. But like, there's no solution. Nobody's like, yeah, family unit. We just have to family unit it up. It's like, I get it, but like, what? We can't just force the family unit. You need to figure out ways to deal with the shit that's going on.
They want to take guns away from law-abiding citizens.
Protesters pushed up against barricades, keeping them away from the NRA meeting site. It's tense. The pain of a national tragedy does not bridge divides here.
When was a shooter a member of the NRA? I want you to tell me. You can't, because it never happened and it never will. You're an idiot.
I believe you have the right to own a firearm, but I do not believe you should be 18 years old to be able to have an AR. When you
very base, I agree with that.
Use an AR, you're going to kill people. You don't go hunting for deer with an AR.
When the founding fathers like.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend that I know a lot about ARs and whatnot. All I do know is that there needs to be some kind of a restriction. All right. And I doubt that an AR is a hunting rifle. So.
Define freedom. They didn't think that ARs were going to be part of it.
Or black people.
Yeah.
Or people of color.
People of color.
And how.
Well, they're not wrong.
Freedom. They want to talk about how we shouldn't ban guns because that's hurting our freedom. How about abortion? We're forcing women to have kids.
I said you have an Antifa flag right here.
Well, they would argue that you're forcing those kids to die, but
how would you?
I'm pro-choice. I'm just saying that would be the counter argument.
Describe yourself politically.
I'd say I'm a socialist. So I believe in taxing the church, taxing the rich.
You're never going to be able to tax churches. It would be nice to get the extra money. You're never going to do that. More focused on better tax, probably getting, less tax loopholes, I think is the issue. I don't think tax brackets are the problem. I think the tax loopholes are the problem,
Abolish the police. Police are supposed to protect us.
All right, come on, bro. You're hurting me. Abolish the police? That's what do you come on. You were doing so well. What are you going to do without police? Like literally, the existence of police does reduce crime. And I know people are like, no, it doesn't, because I've seen statistics. The existence of police officers do reduce crime. We definitely need to reform the police. There needs to be more police accountability. We need to get like cameras on all police officers. We should here's the thing. Twitch is dying. Right? YouTube's taking it over. All police officer cameras on Twitch. Boom. Figured it out. We're all done. All police officer cameras on Twitch. Something fun to watch. And then when they say racist things, we can laugh and they can get fired. Something. More accountability. But like a lot of times Antifa's like, yeah, we need to abolish the police and then make a new police. It's like, okay, I get what you're saying because like their argument is that the police establishment is like so powerful. We need to get rid of it and then reconstruct it. So I can get that. But like it's not going to happen. So you kind of have to like, figure things out. Get it a little better, get it a little better going. You know what I'm saying? That's a good idea, right? I saved Twitch.
There's some schools, right? But in Uvalde, they didn't. When I get older, like old enough, 21, I'm going to own a firearm because I don't trust police to solve my cases.
Marx said in his Communist Manifesto that we should arm the proletariat. Just arm the proletariat to ensure that they're able to defend themselves.
Well, my sign asks a pretty obvious question.
Is it me or is this a bad time for a gun convention? Yeah, that's very fair.
That I think everybody should be asking. This is the right time to have a celebration of guns, right?
The thing that's really getting me here is I can't believe this many people showed up to bomb the NRA building after Ethan told them to. This is incredible. I hope that the people inside that building are safe.
On the heels of more than a dozen kids and teachers getting murdered a few days ago in Uvalde. This is ridiculous that we're the only country that has to deal with this. And that's what today is all about, is voicing our righteous outrage at our elected officials and the people at the NRA who decided to celebrate guns with blood on their hands today.
Yeah, like in all honesty, like this was one of those things where the NRA should have just shut down the convention for like this period. Like the brazen disrespect is insane, you know?
This time at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas.
We've just learned the death toll is up to 19 children and 2 school employees gunned down during their last week of school.
The shooter legally purchased 2 AR variant long guns within a week of his 18th birthday.
Bro, I just gotta be honest, like seeing the faces of those kids, man, and the 2 teachers, it's like fucking tears me apart. And I'm sure it does the same for you guys. What, like a gut check? And then that's not a pun, like no pun intended. Like what? It's like really hits you like right in the fucking stomach, bro. Like I don't understand how you could see all those faces and then not sit down and go like, fuck. Like what the fuck are we gonna do? It's so fucked up, bro. It's so fucked up. It's really heavy, yeah, man. It's like really heavy. It's just like fucks you up.
Dude up there is tossing magazines out to the crowd. Give me one.
You got
it. They're just throwing out rounds of ammo to people. Wow.
We're here. We're in Houston. We're at the NRA convention. I think the mayor asked this not to happen. The governor pulled out, but it's still going down.
So the mayor asked it not to happen, and the governor pulled out. So the state and the area did not want them there, but they still decided to stay.
Shooting an RPG is the ultimate Vegas hooker experience.
Is this an actual RPG? Like, is this guy actually selling this, or is this like a toy? This is insane. This isn't real, right? Right? Like, this is a joke. This is a joke. I think this is a joke. This has to be. It's not real. It's real? No. The only RPG you can buy is Final Fantasy. It's not real. That's not true. That is not true. You guys are liars.
It seems like a great idea at the time. It's really, really expensive, and it's over way too fast. An RPG is a rocket-propelled grenade. So anything that launches that, they either call an RPG for short or a rocket launcher. Within the past couple of months, Airtronic did sell off about 30 of our older models through Gunbroker. So there's a lot of these in civilian hands now, and people are enjoying them. Remember, American-made.
This is a MR762A1. I don't know anything about guns, though.
Bro, what the fuck? You could buy that? Holy shit. We can go Walmart together, baby, if you want. That's insane. We have to go to Walmart. After this, Walmart is the only thing. Walmart is the only thing that's close to the NRA conference, okay?
I don't know what the hell this is. I'm pretty sure this is a gun. This is a gun.
I'm a big NRA proponent. I'm a life member.
You certainly are big. Sorry, I am too. One rocket's $500. Still, what the fuck? It's crazy.
The timing sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. This doesn't have anything. There's no connection between this and what happened in Uvalde.
No. You don't think that there's any connection? See, check this out. So this is one of those things. It's a really hard connection to make for the NRA and what happened in Uvalde. So let's just it's insensitive, I feel, to Uvalde. Let's just say like we'll just make it general to like any mass shooting, right, in any building, right. Right, and then here's like the NRA. Sorry, I did an R first. I'm a little dyslexic. Okay, so the question is like, how do we connect these two? Right now, it's going to be really tough, but follow me. Somebody brought a gun here, and NRA. That's it. But then also, the NRA pays politicians to do nothing about guns. So we figured out, wow, 2 instant links on how we get to the guns. Incredible. Incredible stuff. We managed to find 2 links in 3 lines. Okay.
What do you think that we can do to stop mass shootings like that?
I think it goes back to the basic family. I'm 66 years old. When I was in high school, we used to take our shotguns to high school to show our coaches if we got a new shotgun. Then we'd go bird hunting after school. There was never a school shooting when I was in high school.
Matthew McConaughey said the same thing.
What's different?
Maybe they went to school together.
From then to now, what's changed?
What do you think changed?
It's the family. Look how many single fathers. Look how many.
I mean, a lot of things have changed. Do I think family unit's part of it? Absolutely. I think that family unit's part of it. I think that the sensationalization of political media definitely has a massive involvement in it. I think that There's a lot of different things. I think that the way that we redistribute wealth has a lot of problems with it. I think that there are forces that it's going to be impossible to control, to be able to just make it stop through those means. I think two-party system would help a lot. But, like, what do you think is easier to do? Regulate guns or implement an entire fucking system change in the United States? Because what do you say to the media? You can't be like, hey, stop it. We should be able to, but we can't regulate the media because then that's like tyrannical. We can't go that far. So we got to be like, oh fuck, we can't regulate what the media says. It makes sense. So we need to be like, okay, let's see if we can get some of these suspicious guns out of here.
Single parent families are all. Just go to Chicago. Look at the amount of crime crime in Chicago. I mean, they have 40, 50 gun shootings a weekend.
I guess the difference would be that, like, in Chicago, a lot of that violence is gang related. We're talking about kind of lone wolf shooters.
That's one of those things, man. It's like, you know what? As long as you keep it to yourself, it's not good. We have to figure that out too. But you know, again, probably has something to do with wealth distribution, and there's probably other issues as well. But you know, slowly but surely. You know, honestly, if we just had a magician that could turn all bullets into flowers, it would instantly solve the problem. But I mean, I'm still looking for that solution. If Jesus would just come back and turn bullets into flowers like he turns water into wine, we would be in a really good spot. Also, he could turn the water into wine, and then you want to know what? All the bad stuff in the water might die because there's alcohol in it. So actually, it might actually save people from dying. Drinking alcohol saves lives.
Just walking into an elementary school with an AR-15.
It's troubled kids. I'm not a big gamer, but I mean, I've seen a lot of the video games, and there's a lot of them that are just shoot them up, blow them up. You know, it doesn't look real.
Yeah. So how do you think we can
you know, I hear that argument a lot, and I think that it's something that we have to talk about because, like, people keep saying, like, I know people are like, that's preposterous because I've never done that. You need to engage intelligently with that argument. There might be an argument to be made that these shootings or video games are normalizing violence. You can make that argument. I would make the counter argument that we live in a time where young boys and men love fucking around too much. They're obnoxious, aggressive. They like to beat each other up. This is just kids. Like, it's just the way that the boys are. They beat the shit out of each other. Okay, I used to beat the shit out of my friends. My friends beat the shit out of me. Right? Is it right? No. But I think that nowadays, people aren't really getting out and doing those things, and a lot of it has to do with media sensationalization and fear of going outside, as well as the addictiveness of, like, video games and social media. So now you have video games. I honestly would say that violent video games probably actually reducing the issues with gun violence more than anything else. It's an outlet for that aggression that kids aren't getting nowadays by going out into public. It is like it's a way to get out, like, that violent aggression. So by playing video, honestly, that's how I feel about it. Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like it's it's like more of an aggression, a way to get their anger out. Except for League of Legends, we should ban League of Legends. That's probably causing more violence and aggression. Okay, but you see what I'm saying? Like, so, but like, instead of saying like, no, you're wrong, you have to engage in it. Like, okay, well, why do you think that? Well, I have a counter argument. I think this. You know what I mean? And we can come up with these solutions.
Build the American family.
That's got to be done at the street level. Single parents are running 30-40% of the households. It takes two people to raise a kid.
Why does anybody need to have, you know, an AR-15?
Guns have been around.
So, like, yeah, I mean, again, that's a conversation about fixing welfare. Like, conditional welfare. So we have, okay, I think we need to change our welfare system to make it less conditional. When you have a condition of, like, if you're a single mom, you get more money, it actually makes it less likely that people will want to get married because some people want to play the system, and I totally get it. You know, ride the system, baby. Then you hit like a whip and a nay-nay, right? When you create these, and then on top of that, there's other conditionalities too. It's like, hey, if you make under a certain amount of money, you get this much money. It's like, okay, well, what if we changed it to be less conditional with, like, a negative income tax, for instance? So you get, like, you get cash based on the amount of money that you get. I know it's not perfect. I know a lot of you guys don't like the political conversation shit, but like UBI or something along those lines could be much better solution at replacing welfare. So people would have, like, more of it'd be less conditionality. If you didn't get more money for having a bunch of kids as a single mom, you would see less mothers like have kids, or they would have more of a reason to get married, right?
Around here since the beginning of America. So,
but back in the day, it was like muskets and stuff.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's funny. Kids need parents, and why are you against gay couples adopting? Well, that's the problem too. Is like, it's hard to adopt. It's super expensive. Most, like, 25% of our adoptions come from other countries, which doesn't help us here at home. Nobody really gives a shit. It's like $20,000 to adopt a kid. There's so much, like, horrible abuse going on in foster care system, and their biggest issue is like, yeah, but I don't want two gay guys raising a baby. Two gay guys raising a baby. gonna say it's better than being in the foster care system. So who fucking cares? Even if you think it's worse, which I don't care. It's not worse. Even if you think it's worse, who gives a shit? It's better than fucking getting molested in a fucking foster care system.
Nowhere in the Constitution that say.
You have to stop these right now. You have to go across the street, please.
What do you think about like increased background checks?
I think the background checks is adequate now.
Hey, right there, exit, please, across the street.
What do you think could have been done to prevent what?
Why does it go a whole way across the street? What? Yeah, you get subway, baby.
Happened in Uvalde a few days ago.
We could have banned assault weapons 20 years ago.
The murder
I guess we could have, yeah.
at Uvalde, Texas.
I don't know if it's just an assault weapon, though. What is it considered? I don't even know. I don't know if there's like a technicality, and conservatives always like latch onto that.
This will tell
like it's like an air rifle or something. What is it called? AR? What does the AR stand for?
everyone that we need to have gun under control. We don't take guns away from people, but we have to have a proper background checks. That is the only way we can avoid these kind of murders of children. You cannot say, well, we hire police.
Armalite rifle. Okay, what does Armalite mean?
Or these are mental people. Abbott, he said that there's a mental problems with the United States.
Anybody who shoots somebody else has a mental health challenge.
What about the rest of the world? Do they have mental problems too? No, they don't, right? So that's why we...
Well, we all do have mental problems, but they seem to be specifically here. And no offense, but conservatives seem to be pretty prone to like cutting mental health. If conservatives are like, hey, you know what, mental health problems, let's implement some kind of Medicare for all or something, or some kind of universal health care, we'd be in a better spot. But like conservatives don't give a shit. This is the problem. It's not like conservatives in the city, and I'm not saying all of them, because I think most conservatives are for some kind of restriction. I think it's just like the fucking politicians and like NRA members are very generally like much more conservative. They're like fucking shitting their pants. But like, if you think that you don't really give a shit, it's just a way to oh, we have a gun problem. Okay, well, mental health. Okay, well, then let's give more money to mental health counseling. No, I don't care. And it's like, okay, well, then what the fuck are you doing here?
We are here.
It's better that the government knows that people...
Oh, my God, it's fucking Chet. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's Alex Rosen is his real name. I had a conversation with this guy because he like uses the N-word religiously as a joke. And I was like, bro, and he was like calling black people in his chat like the N-word, and I was like, bro, this is inappropriate. And he came on, he's like, so if I can't say the N-word, even if I give like $50,000 to black charities, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, if I give like $50 million to New Orleans and I say the N-word, I'm still racist. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? His own friend that came to defend him when I talked about how he was a shitty person was like, yeah, he's a good guy. Sometimes his jokes really upset me, though. And it's like, what the fuck? But his excuse is like, yeah, I let my black friend stay with me for a few days. Okay, that's nice. You're still fucking racist. Like, you can be friendly to black people while being like, it's not a lot to ask to like not scream the N-word at black people. It's not like a super big ask. Hey, don't call black people the N-word. Oh, so now freedom of speech is gone? It's like, no, you can say what you want, but you're a fucking racist. I'm not a racist. What is a racist to you? I feel like that's the bare minimum. Don't yell the N-word at black people. Okay? Unless you get the pass. But then you can't say what they are. All right? And then here's the thing. You give me the pass, sir, I'll give you the pass. You call me a cracker. What's up, cracker? You know? That part was guys, that part was a joke. Unless you're serious.
Do have ARs. Governments have killed 260 million people in the 20th century. You know, Stalin, Mao, whatever. People say, oh, that'll never happen here. We all live in a bubble. We are the most privileged country on earth. From the homeless guys here to fucking Bill Gates. Oh, crap, where's I go with this? What was I going to say? Okay, governments, this, that. Okay, you know...
Bro, Chet looks like he's been living on the fucking street, bro.
EDP is?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's EDP bombing, bro. This is his one claim to fame, and the worst part about this is like he's the only. Okay, so they went, him and a bunch of other people went up, went after EDP. That's great. The problem is that Chet assassinated the entire credibility of the situation to the point where they talked to Chris Hansen, and Chris Hansen, like what I got out of the conversation was it was Chet, Chris Hansen, and the other guy that worked with them, and the other guy's like, oh, Chris, I really hope that we could work together someday, and Chris just kind of like brushes it off. He made that look so bad that he hurt that like 1 in a million shot for all the people that put all their blood, sweat, and tears into it to try to like catch EDP, like, you know what I mean? He's starting to look like you, Papa. Yeah, true. He's only 22. I know.
I'm the guy that caught him.
Wait, you're the guy who caught EDP?
Yeah.
So how do you think that we can prevent mass shootings like the one that occurred a couple days ago?
The reality is, there's Salvador Ramos is out there. The reality is, there's Peyton, whatever the hell his name was, Adam Lanza, yada yada.
honestly, like we shouldn't be saying their names because that's what they want. Like we should, but thank you very much, chat.
People will be uncomfortable if there's teachers armed in schools.
Yeah, we.
I don't.
Whatever the hell his name was, Adam Lanza's, yada yada. People will be uncomfortable if there's teachers armed in schools.
Yeah, that's true, because I don't think a teacher should have to be armed in a school. And that also opens up this weird dynamic where there's like a gun in the classroom, and when it comes to older kids, they might like rush the teacher and take the gun. Maybe like a couple security guards, that's fine, but there's no serious proposition to that.
Yeah, we need more guns around the schools. We protect our president with guns. We protect our congressmen with guns. We protect our governors with guns, our celebrities, sporting events, jewelry stores, banks, and then we protect our children with a sign that says, "This is a gun-free zone."
I see that you have Rosa Parks here. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I met Rosa Parks. She's anti-abortion. She's a good friend to MLK. He's anti-abortion. He was anti-abortion. So, case closed.
I see that you have 2 Mike Lindell My Pillows attached to your belt loops on either side.
Yeah, Mike's a friend of mine. I've only met him once in person, but he knows what I've been doing for him.
He sounds like a good friend.
I love the music.
Yeah, he's a good friend, and this is a little bit more firm, and they're the best pillows I've ever had.
Yeah. I hear they're 50% off because nobody wants to really push his merch anymore.
Which one do you prefer?
I prefer the softer one, the medium fill. The standard's a little tough on my neck.
I got a pillow from Costco. It's just a memory foam pillow from Costco. Works great. I don't know what brand. It's just from Costco. Go to Costco. Sponsored by Costco. Not really, but if I would take the sponsorship for $0. I just want free food. Not even from the whole store. I just want free food from the food kiosk. I want free $1.50 hot dogs. Limit me to $5 a day if you want. I just go there, get a hot dog and a slice of pizza. I won't even go every day because I'm trying to work on my health a little bit. But when I go, I'd like to be able to get one. Kirkland pillow. Yeah, probably. That's it. I will put eternally a hot dog, a Costco huge $1.50 hot dog on my screen forever. Be in all my YouTube videos. Costco, call me.
Did you enjoy his pillows prior to his endorsement of Donald Trump?
Well, they've been around for a long time. I couldn't afford them. He cut the price in half now. Here's a tip. Don't order them through the mail because they come wrapped up with no box. Go to Walmart, get them in a box. The box is going to be worth more than the pillow.
Why?
Because it's classic. I'm getting ready to go over to the communists.
Oh, I see what he's saying. He's saying, well, because now they're not selling the boxes much anymore if you get it through the mail. Okay. So it's going to be a classic box. Okay.
That are packing guns.
Do you think it's smart to engage with them?
I screamed profanity at them and it made them angry. They can't tolerate freedom of speech, but they expect me to tolerate them threatening me.
What is your favorite piece of profanity to hurl at an Antifa BLM soldier?
Fat baby butcher bitches. Fat baby butcher bitches.
What?
Well, you're going to go do it again?
Yeah, I'm going to go do it again
right now. All right, well, I'll see you over there, man. Don't let those Antifa communist bastards take your pillows away. Godspeed, soldier.
That's what I said.
I had 150 of them screaming in my face on the 14th of this month.
Incredible.
I met Rosa Parks. I don't give a fuck.
You don't know shit.
You don't either. Look
You're
at you,
dumbass, and you're proud of stupid.
Worlds are colliding. They're literally father and son, by the way. I checked into it. I'm not kidding. I am kidding. But they look like they could be.
You fucking fascist piece of shit.
Whoa, what was that? Drew Afuelo?
You fucking fascist piece of shit.
Dude, Drew Afuelo is at this at the NRA meeting. Listen. You don't even know. Listen. You need to listen, okay? Okay?
You fucking fascist piece of shit.
Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, they shouldn't have stole the sign from the guy. Just being honest, even if he's fucking insane. He's a superhero. Let him run. Oh no, not his collector item. Oh no.
Do you think there's any type of common ground that could be reached?
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's a little gap. I think they could change some of the requirements to own an AR. You know, back in the old days, we didn't have the same type of weapons. So they could change the law and make it 21.
Do you think that kid should have been able to buy an AR?
I don't know. Somebody worked on the kid's brain. They worked on that one in Buffalo also. He drove 300 miles to shoot black people at a store. He probably could have drove a few miles within the city he was already in.
I guess the main difference is like the dude in Buffalo was motivated by like racial hatred, whereas it seems like the guy.
It was only racial hatred because the guy was white.
I think he had the N-word written on the gun, and he published like a big manifesto talking about.
Abortions, you motherfuckers had.
Well, that's what they're telling us.
Fuck you.
I don't know the facts.
You know, it's so funny. I'm listening to this guy, and I'm like, this is a normal dude. Because like, I just want you guys to know, like, you should be good at identifying normal people. this is like your normal, like, kind of conservative guy. He's like, yeah, I don't know, man, something's fucked up, but I think we should raise the gun laws. He's not like super invested in the conversation. Most people aren't, man. Like, most people aren't. But like, he's like, yeah, man, something's fucked up. But he doesn't really know a whole lot what's going on. You know what I mean? He seems like a normal dude, except for the whole everything's a conspiracy. But, you know, outside of that, he seems like a kind of guy you could talk to. You know?
I hadn't seen him.
We are done with your bullshit.
Why would this kid put a manifesto together anyway?
Chuck Schumer
Because he's fucking insane.
didn't want us to pass laws to protect schools. He doesn't want cops in schools. He doesn't want to harden the target. He wants your kids to be killed. That's why the Democrats advocate for murdering children in the womb. They don't care about life. The NRA has a fucking thing to do with it. You idiot. When did
Are you serious?
the NRA kill somebody? You're an idiot. I know.
Well, the NRA is killing people by not allowing, by paying off conservative politicians to not do anything. But okay.
Know who you are, dude. What the heck? I want to talk to you. Yes.
Oh yeah, cool. So how do you feel about what's going on right now with them over there?
I don't not like them. They're human beings. I love everybody. Okay, they have souls.
You're an idiot.
But it's just sad because they're confused. Yeah. The problem isn't the guns. The problem is a people problem, okay? Ever since 1973, we legalized abortion. I think that was a real downfall in American society because we've murdered millions of children. Why is it okay to murder children in the womb, but not okay to murder kids in school? I know this is...
Wait. Okay. Sorry. I'm just a little... Holy shit. Incredible. He's such what a smirk on his face, too. Bro, the conversation about abortion is very different, okay? You know that. Like, even if you're against abortion, like, you know it's totally different from, like you know, a fetus in the womb at, like, you know, whatever, first trimester, which is the advocation, versus, like, an actual fucking kid in school. Like, come on. You can't be that, like, dishonest about the conversation there. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, my God.
This isn't your usual thing. You usually just let people talk. I want to listen to what you think.
Well, I'm curious if you think there's any common ground that can be found between...
See, that's a very complicated thing to talk about, and I think there is room for that, okay? I think we can have mental health evaluations, and I think, what was it, Dad? What was the statistics like for the adult population?
It's about 25%. The adult population in America suffer from some form of mental illness.
Yeah. I think
it's possible, sure.
I think people...
Conservatives aren't going to go for that because, like, there's probably a lot of mental... Like, voting for Trump is a mental illness, and all of a sudden, you're all losing your guns. So, like, they're not going to go. They're not going to go for it.
General should be evaluated and should have help. Whenever you go into a gun store, you have to fill out a paperwork called a 4473 and say, hey, they're going to run a background check. This 4473...
The thing is, like, a background check doesn't really mean anything when an 18-year-old with no prior record goes in and shoots a bunch of people up. That doesn't matter. The background check is a good thing, but, like, and we need it, but it's, like, that's not the only thing that we need. Like, you shouldn't be able to get a gun at 18. All right, it should be much more difficult to get a gun, you know?
It's a document to look at your background, okay? It's not going to know the heart of man. We need to better keep up with the health of our people because we're suffering people, okay? We have more access to hardcore porn on the internet, whittling down the psyche of humans.
I mean, he's not wrong. Listen, we're going to engage with the conversation. I don't know that we have more access to hardcore porn, honestly. I don't think that's true at all. I think that... I don't think we have that at all. I don't think that we have more access to hardcore porn than other countries. Because we have to compare ourselves to first world countries. You know, they're jerking it in Canada. I think the issue is that our issue is that, like, porn, if we're going to use this as a problem of, like, frustrated men, incels or something, is that porn is now an educational tool. Whether you want to hear it or not. Like, unfortunately, our kids are educating themselves about sex through porn. And they're not getting the correct counseling that they need, like the correct conversation about sex that they need. And so, like, you know, that's and then they're getting, and also they're having access to porn too early, and it's, like, really bad for your mental health. Honestly, probably for real. I'm being serious. It kind of fucks you up. There's, like, a whole body image issue conversation. There's, like, an addiction to jerking off kind of thing. That's a whole conversation to have. But
and literally making us just sick people. You can't legislate morality, and you can't tell what you are really going to do.
Well, we literally do legislate morality by legislating. Can't murder people. That is a form of legislating morality, but okay.
End of the day, we live,
and, like, you're literally would probably be you'd be for banning abortion, so you're for legislating what you would consider a moral good. So what you're saying doesn't even hold up.
In a free society, and we have these rights and privileges, and that's what happens. You know, they don't have school shootings in China because you can't own firearms in China.
Do you know that the most popular...
That's true. China is pretty fucked up, though.
Popular porn category in America right now is incest.
I had no idea. No,
isn't that insane?
Why
is that true? I don't know if hold on. Let me see. Most popular porn cat in America. This can't be true. It says hentai. It says hentai. I believe that. Where are you getting your cite your sources? What are you talking about? I wouldn't doubt if it was. I'm just like actually looking into it. I don't see that. I don't think that that's true. I was like so confused. I'm like, how do they know? You know, like how did they know my search history? That's what was confusing me more than anything else. Stepmom is up there. Yes, you can consider that. I guess if you compound like stepmom and like stepdaughter and like daughter and all this other stuff, you probably would get incest up there. They say step porn because incest is illegal. That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Why is that the case?
Tonight, leggings, shapewear, and handbags came down the runway. But this is no ordinary fashion show.
Discreetly designed, so no one can tell that you have a
Oh my god. What a nice ass if you really look at the thumb.
weapon.
The concealed carry fashion show targets what the NRA calls its fastest growing demographic.
What a nice ass.
Women.
Wait, what the fuck?
Concealed carry fashion show targets what the NRA calls its fastest growing demographic. Women.
Whoa. Whoa! I mean, if you do think about it, though, it's like really easy to hide a gun in a fat person because like you're already your rolls are very malleable. So all I gotta do is like push my stomach in, and like, oh, gun goes right in there. Very easy. So I'm not really. No offense to her, you know, but I'm just saying. Where could she hide the gun? Oh, is the gun in her purse? Holy shit! Oh my god, she hid a gun in her fucking purse! I never would have thought that. Holy shit! Wow. I'm fucking mind blown. You got a gun in your purse? Holy fuck. That's fucking revolutionary. Are you telling me that there's a pocket in your purse for guns? I'm gonna come. I'm actually gonna come myself. Wow. Incredible. Okay, so what we're really showing off here is if you notice every one of these guns is like a different color. So like the gun owners are like, the NRA is like, how do we get fucking women to buy guns? Make them colors. Make the guns different colors. How about a blue gun, a green gun? And then the girls are like, oh my god, it matches my nail polish. And this is real. And you think I'm being sexist, but like fucking look at the goddamn screen. Look at the fucking screen. Guys don't want a green gun. You want to know why? Because then you could see it. Easy to see. Idiot move. Moron move. Give me a camo gun. Disappears like John Cena. Fucking fact. Okay? That guy's gonna shoot his whole dick off. Look at this. Look at this. Why would you put the gun right where your penis is? Are you kidding me? You're gonna blow your entire fucking wiener off. Whoa, they're hitting. Oh my god, this is a good one. I can't believe that they made a gun look like a baby. Holy shit, that's fucking impressive. Holy fuck. Whoa, almost went off there. That kid looks like he has a lot on his mind. That guy's also gonna blow his dick off. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. This is horrible. I'm sorry. I have like fun energy now, and like obviously this hits you. And it's like, damn, man, like how fucking like it really just hits you hard and fast. Shit. Bro, this school is gonna take forever. They're not gonna get over it. You know, like how does your community move on from something like this? Like how do you move through this traumatic event, bro? Seriously.
All right, we just arrived in Uvalde, Texas, which, as most people know, is the site of the most recent mass shooting that took place around a week ago, where 19 students and 2 teachers were killed at Robb Elementary School. This is the Wendy's where the shooter worked. Apparently he used to work the graveyard shift at the drive-thru window until about 2.5 weeks ago. He quit abruptly once he had saved up about $4,000, which was enough to buy 2 assault rifles.
I thought that he financed the guns. Wow, my bad.
Ammunition and a bulletproof vest.
This is the store where the school shooter picked up the guns and ammunition that he used in the shooting. He actually ordered the guns online, but this was like a transfer store where they shipped it here and then he picked it up. This is where the shooter drove his pickup truck through a guardrail and crashed out, like right here. Got out of the car, went over to the funeral home here, shot at a few people, but then didn't hit anybody. Then he walked over into this building, and that was the site of all this.
Wow, it's horrible.
You go to sleep seeing their faces. You wake up seeing their faces. What can we tell them? We don't want to scare them. And the other poor little innocents that didn't make it. You know, their parents were going crazy looking for them. I'm sure they're in a lot of pain.
And my husband was here getting the mail when he heard gunshots. But he's having a hard time because he just wished he could have done something to prevent it. Our community will never be the same.
Si decimos que no hemos pecado, le hacemos a él mentiroso y su palabra no está en nosotros. Amen. 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 Amen.
She loved Guns N' Roses. She loved that song, Sweet Child of Mine.
She's a beautiful little girl. I liked her song. That was her favorite song. She loved Guns N' Roses. And she would
hundreds of thousands of people.
She would dance around her room singing Sweet Child of Mine.
I love this country and I'm so grateful for everything it's given me and all the opportunity that I recognize I wouldn't have if I was somewhere else. That's not lost on me. And at the same time, this should encourage us to want to be better, and we're not.
Think AR should be banned?
Fuck yes. There's absolutely no reason for that.
Mind you, I have a pistol, but I don't think that a semi-automatic weapon is necessary in our country. I just don't see the need. I don't see the purpose. I think in this case, I know the bodies of the children were shredded as a result of that. What do we need that for?
Yeah, man, it's like so fucked up because like this is like so fucked up too. It's like, let's say, and I know this is like really insensitive. Like, it's not insensitive, but it's like a harsh thing to talk about. But like, let's say the same thing had happened, right? There was a school shooting, but the guy only had access to, like, let's say a handgun. You know, how many of those kids would have still been alive? But the first reason is it's like the bullet wounds aren't as big. The bullets aren't as big. Like, these kids' bodies got torn apart by these bullets. How the fuck do you save somebody from that? You just fucking can't. On top of that, like with the police response, with them being fucking cowards and taking their time to go in, they wouldn't have had the excuse. They'd be like, oh, I guess we got to go in. But by the way, fuck those. Like, fuck this shit. People are like, oh, they had to get prepared. Fuck you. Get prepared before my fucking ass. It's your fucking job, bro. These kids were getting killed, and you're like, we got to make sure we are 100% safe. That's not the fucking point. Of course, I don't want police officers to die. But, like, what the fuck? It's your job to die. I'm not trying to be a fucking asshole, but it's not this fucking kid's job to die. No, the police officers shouldn't be fired. It's a protocol issue. You know, you want to get you want to get a job where, like, you protect and serve. You want the respect that goes with it, okay? And then when time comes, though, you have to do your shit. You know? It's like, fuck, bro. It's just like, God damn it. Where was the response? Taken forever. Every day, police officers put their lives on the line to protect and serve. Except for today, I guess. Except for today, I guess. It's fucking crazy.
I don't understand it.
They say that, like, having those high-capacity assault rifles are the final line of defense against a tyrannical government.
Oh, please. I think we're already facing a tyrannical government when we have things like this happen. There's no excuse for this. I don't care what they say. They're wrong.
Unless it happens to one of their own, then they're not going to do anything. You know. And Ted Cruz, he's a sorry person for a position that he holds. I'm sorry, but it is. That's the truth. But we're not.
This is like so controversial in their community apparently because he's such a sorry person. She's like, oh, bro, he's a fucking scumbag piece of shit.
Supposed to say anything? If he can say what he wants, I can say what I want. They should rush in. That's their job. What? Almost an hour before they decided to do anything? No, that's It's unheard of. It really is.
Breaking news in the investigation to the school shooting tonight. Texas DPS is telling us that Uvalde ISD police chief has not been cooperating with investigators. On Friday, DPS Director Steve McGraw said the school district police chief was the incident commander at Robb Elementary School who made the call to wait to take down the gunman.
If they had, they would probably save several of those lives.
Maybe.
It's ridiculous.
But this is fucking bullshit. Like, this is preventable, and this is absolutely unacceptable.
I think that they got somebody going on chip runs.
When we talk about how great this country is, this is unacceptable.
Unfortunately, like so many things, in a couple more months it'll blow over like this never happened, you know?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Nah, he's right,
think this
man.
is going to blow over anytime soon.
No, it's so fucked up, but he's like right. Like, it's not blowing over for their community. People are going to stop caring and they're going to move on. And it's so fucked up. And then there's going to be another shooting. And you know what's going to happen? People, their response is not to be outraged. It's going to be slowly the reduction of outrage. It's like, yeah, well, it's going to become normal. This is why I said, like, bro, this was very normal before before COVID. And with the COVID shutdown, obviously it was more difficult for mass shootings to happen because, you know, things were shut down. And then you're seeing things open again, and then you got one guy who shoots up in New York, and all of a sudden there's a chain of events, and there's a ton of shootings every other day. And every day it's like, fuck. And it's the same conversation every time, and people stop caring. And that's the reality, man. And it's the fucking reality. It's really unfortunate. People genuinely care right now, but, like, people are just going to stop caring. And these people are never going to forget. But, like, that's just the American attitude, bro. Or not even the American, it's like a human attitude. Like, yeah, what's happening every day, fuck it. It's fucked up, and it's the truth, and it shouldn't happen, but it's what's going to happen, and it's really sad.
Then the audacity of the people that went to the NRA convention in Houston, for them to say that they don't need to make any changes? What's wrong with them?
Yeah, man. I agree. I mean, I agree with that. He's right about that shit. It's fucked up. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.